Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Today's flow is going to work a lot of the heart, that upper spine, the rib cage, and the subtle energy will be for feeling more compassion towards yourself and more compassion towards humanity. So we will start laying down. You are going to want to have 2 blocks or a bolster handy as well. So we'll come down onto our back, bend the knees, roll the palms down onto the earth. Bring the feet a little bit wider, let the knees fall into touch, close the eyes, and allow yourself to land on the earth and feel the back of the heart space. And you can even visualize little roots growing from the back of your heart, burrowing themselves deep into the earth. Allow your heart to soften, your shoulders to relax. We'll start with a little bit of movement, sliding your hands out from the body, maybe about 45 degrees out from the body. Heel toe the feet, nice and close together. Taking a breath in. Let both the knees come down to the earth, left side, and nose to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale. Feel free to exhale out through mouth, and we'll just keep going. Go as slow as you want. And we'll end with knees to the right, nose to the left. We'll come back to center, sliding the legs long, walking the heels way over to the right till you start to feel a little bit of that stretch happening in the left hip, left side body. We're gonna reach the arms overhead and we're gonna wiggle the upper body over towards the right. So we come into Bananasana, or like a half moon side bend shape. And then we're gonna take the right hand and we're gonna find that left elbow in that arm stretch we sometimes do seated. So holding that left elbow in the right hand, and then we'll look towards the right as well. Closing the eyes down and feeling all the sensations. Target area is the left side of the body, might not necessarily be for you. And I want you to notice how your ribs feel, the underarm, the shoulder, the left arm. Our arms and our hands are an extension of our heart. Our shoulders an extension of our heart. Staying present with what the body is feeling. If the mind's wandering off into a story, bring it back to breath. Bring it back to what you are physically feeling. Then let's release the left elbow. We can bring the arms down. And we can slowly walk the heels back to center. Roll the palms of the hands down onto the earth and just take a breath here. Comparing your left side with your right side. So walk your heels over to the left now. Sweep your arms up overhead, maybe a little stretch, and then wiggle the body over to the left. And then the left elbow is gonna find the right elbow. Sorry, the left hand is gonna find the right elbow. And then we can turn the head a little bit towards the left with the eyes closed too. Finding out what's going on this right side now. Breathing into that rib cage, the underarm, the shoulder, the right arm. Allow yourself to feel held by the earth. Feeling those little heart roots nestled in the earth. Make any adjustments so you can slowly breathe here. Yes, we want to feel a bit of a deep stretch, but you want to be relaxed. Notice any new sensations creeping up. About 3 more breaths. Good, you can release that right elbow, let the arms float back down. Heel, walk the legs back to center. And take a breath here, in through nose, out through mouth. Good, let's bend the right knee, foot on the earth. We'll let the right knee float open towards the earth. So we come into a reclined tree pose. You can tuck your right foot in nice and into your left inner leg. Breathing here and letting our heart root even deeper. And then we're gonna use our hands and arms. We're gonna hug the left knee towards chest. Interlace your fingers if you can around the shin or maybe underneath the knee. And continue to let that left leg wing out and sink towards the earth. Good, and then using the right hand on the left kneecap, guide that left knee across the body and down. Maybe you come into stacked knee twist, maybe you shuffle a bit into staggered knee twist. Slide your left arm out behind you, palm down. And remember this flow, the intention is compassion. So compassion on yourself. And just be gentle. Enjoy a few breaths in through nose and out through mouth. And about 3 more breaths. And then we'll inhale, bring both knees back to center. Now we can let that left knee sink down towards the earth. Straighten out the right leg. We'll come to our reclined tree on this side. Tuck your left foot into that right inner leg. And then using the hands and the arms, let's draw the right knee to chest, interlacing the fingers around the shin or underneath the knee. And continue to let your left leg be heavy towards the earth. And then use your left hand on your right knee and guide it across the body and down, finding a reclined twist for your body. All right, we'll slide the right arm out behind us, not as high as shoulder height. We'll roll the palm down. Breathing here. All right, beautiful transition. We could probably keep your eyes closed. We're gonna roll, continue rolling to the left, and we're gonna come right onto our belly, right into Sphinx pose. We wanna bring our feet as wide as the mat. Bring those elbows underneath the shoulders. The forearms are in like railroad tracks, parallel to one another. Plant your palms of your hands, spread your fingers wide, and then almost feel like you're dragging yourself a little bit forward on the floor. And allow the heart to lead. Little squeeze of the shoulder blades, shoulders out of the ears, jaw relaxed, eyes closed. And now we're gonna walk the elbows to the left, adding in a bit of a side bend. We wanna keep the elbows, the forearms, the wrists all parallel, railroad tracks. And as you exhale, melt into that right side. On your next inhale, let's travel. We'll travel over to the right side now. And on that exhale, melt into the left. And just notice the difference between your sides. Allow your heart to shine forward, a little expansion there. Hands are relaxed with fingers spread wide. And on your next exhale, make your way back to center, back into Sphinx. You're welcome to stay here. If you want to try a little bit deeper, move your fingers out towards the sides of your mats, thumbs pointing straight ahead, maybe widen up the hands, and we'll straighten up the arms without locking the elbows. Just coming into seal shape. Maybe lift the chin. Noticing your bottom ribs and allowing them to sink towards the earth. And everyone, take a breath in and exhale. Let's melt down towards the earth, right? Stack the forearms, rest your forehead on your forearms, and rock your hips left to right. Good. All right, hands underneath the shoulders, use arm strength, come into tabletop. Knees can be a little bit wider than hips. Let the big toes touch. That'll be your support. You can do this in child's pose, or you can keep your bum in the air in sort of a table. But you're going to slide your left hand forward. You're going to thread your right arm on through and come onto right shoulder, right side ahead. And then with your left hand, slide it as far forward as you can, and then walk it to behind your head, or towards behind your head. Into thread the needle. Fingers are spread wide on that left hand. The left hand is really planted on your mat. And then your right hand, palm to the sky, and fingers can gently curl. The hands are an extension of the heart. Giving and receiving. And your left hand, you can slide it back in line with the shoulder. Then you can slide it down here right in front of the nose, plant the hand, straighten the arm, come right back on up to table. And then we'll do that on the other side. So slide your right arm way forward and then thread the needle with that left arm. Left shoulder to the earth, left side of the And then I try to walk my my right hand kind of behind my head. Plant your right hand and let your left fingers just gently curl. And you'll notice the difference more than likely between the shoulders. If you're feeling a bit of a shake, back off just a bit. Right? If you're feeling that little bit of vibration happening in that right arm, right shoulder, just walk the right hand back towards the right a little bit. A little too deep. And 3 more breaths. Maybe in through nose, out through mouth. Then we'll walk the right hand in line with the shoulders, slide it down in front of the nose, straighten up the arm, come back to your tabletop. Big toes are nice, are touching, knees can come a little wider, hips to the heels. We'll slide our hands forward and we'll melt our forehead to the earth. We're gonna bring our hands in prayer, bend at the elbows and bring your thumbs to rest at the back of your head or the back of your neck there. Prayer hands, child's pose. And bring your hands back down to the earth. You can slide them so they're underneath the shoulders. And we'll come on up to table and we'll make our way into seated. But nice and gentle, compassionate towards our bodies. Bring your hands onto your knees. You can close your eyes for a moment just as we take shape here, seated. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand, left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other side, left hand, right knee. And then we'll just keep going here, moving with breath, twisting side to side. Going as slow as you want. And try leading with the heart. Let the heart lead. We're going to end twisting to the right. So it's balanced. Good. And coming back to center. So whatever props you have, we're going to come into a supported back bend. So I have my 2 blocks. You have a bolster, amazing. We're going to bring the bolster or the blocks along the spine, behind the heart. And we can start with bringing the heels as wide as the mat, and then making your way down onto your props. Supporting your head. And then we'll reach the arms overhead. Give yourself a long stretch. And then holding opposite elbow, opposite hand. Maybe use a little gravity to let those arms sink towards the earth. A little shoulder loving. Breathing in through nose, out through mouth. Releasing the elbows, fingertips to the sky. Bend at the elbows, give yourself a nice hug, let the arms be passive and heavy. Bring your awareness to the back of your heart on your prop. Then we can inhale, fingertips to the ceiling, and just switch your top arm. Come back into the hug, but switch that top arm. And inhale, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, slowly, elbows to the earth. And let the back of your hands come onto the earth. Now my hands are nice and close to my hips. Fingers are gently curled. For those of us who want a little more, you can bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees spill wide. This is called supported fish. And as you can tell, we're in the shape a bit like a goldfish. We have our tail and we have our little back bend here, like our big bubble body for a goldfish. Relax your jaw and feel supported. As soon as that gets too much for the hips, feel free to straighten out your tail. And 3 more breaths. And your best way would be to bend your knees, bring your feet onto the mat, roll off your props onto an elbow, and get the props out from underneath you to come right back down onto your back. And then we'll draw one knee to chest and both knees to chest, and you can do some rocking or swaying, whatever you like to do with your knees to chest. Start to tap into those heart roots again. And just noticing any new little sensations after everything we've done. We will take a few moments in waterfall. So you bring your feet to the earth, whatever you're using for a prop underneath the sacrum, bolster or block, you're gonna lift the hips up, add that prop there, mindfully draw a knee towards chest, get your balance, and then bring both knees to chest, and then extend the legs up, and they don't have to be perfect. And then we'll add in some slow ankle circles. And that other direction. And a slow point and flex. And I come to stillness with a nice bend in the knees. And really feel those little heart roots digging deeper into the earth. And the knees can slowly come into chest. Feet slowly to the earth. Lift slowly to remove your prop. Hips to the earth, feet a little wider, knees fall into touch, much like a tent. We'll roll the palms down onto the earth, bring them in nice and close to the hips. Take a moment to integrate and feel into the heart. Some new space, nice big warm open heart. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you want. If you'd like to make your way on up and moving on with your day, we can heel toe the feet together. Roll off to one side, press yourself gently on up to seated, closing the eyes. Find that comfortable seat. Bring the hands in prayer, heart center. Let the thumbs rest at the sternum. Feel the warmth of the two hands pressing together. 3 things that you're grateful for in this time and space right now. Cleansing breath. Take a breath in through nose. Long sigh out through the mouth. All right, let your beautiful eyes flutter open. Regain focus. Thank you for practicing with me today.